But I identify myself as a bodybuilder. And bodybuilding is a thinking man's game. Or woman. Equal opportunity, you know what I'm saying? My calves are on fire. But not because of any reason other than the fact that I just got finished working them. My thoughts became actions that produced what will become the things. When I walk down the block in the summertime with a pair of shorts on, God damn, I see this man's calves. Jesus. Yo, bro, what you do? How do you get calves like that? They'll ask me. I won't have to open my mouth because they'll already know. You work out. Damn. And if they watch this program today and heard our conversation, you know what they'll say? They'll say, bruh, I saw your thoughts. I know what you've been thinking. Rep after rep, set after set. Your thoughts became the actions that ultimately produced the product that is now the things. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. To see my body is to see how I thought. It's a product of my thinking. And that's why drugs don't make a champion. You heard me, I said it. That's real. So if you out there thinking that right now, I could look like that too if I just took some steroids. And steroids ain't got nothing to do with this. And if you believe that, then you are sadly mistaken. You're overlooking. You're overshooting. You ain't even put yourself in the right ballpark yet. Thought process is flawed. And for everybody out there that thinks they know better than me, and tell me, Kai, you're wrong. Man, I feel for you. I can't argue with you. I wish you the best, though. But when you're ready to hear me from my account, from my experience being somebody that's lived this thing, I done won more natural Mr. Universe competitions than I will care to tell you about. I done competed in more drug-free, natural bodybuilding pro organizations than you will ever really care to know. Truth is, those things a lot of times don't get the same celebration as the higher and larger competitions, and they don't have the same amount of money that's invested in them. But my point, the champion is not made by PEDs. So if you're a young athlete out there, if you're a young man, a young woman, that's somewhere thinking about, what do I need to do? How do I take that message that I see manifested in the package that you're presenting right now, Kai Greene? How am I supposed to digest that? Should I run out and think that I need to go and buy a whole bunch of pharmaceuticals to make me a champion? I'm telling you, if that is truly your question to me, and you really don't know, then I'm saying this not to be funny. I'm saying this to be the realest and biggest possible benefit I could aim to be in my life when I tell you, no, that's not the way to go. And it's not because I'm just trying to be responsible. It's because, honestly, that is the truth. Somebody can buy you boatloads of PEDs, and if you took all of those things, you'd just be demonstrating your recklessness and your ability to make irresponsible decisions. That's the truth. But if you're asking me, hey man, how do I become capable of tapping into my best? How do I become a champion? How do I recognize and harness the best that's within me to do the great things that I believe that I'm destined to do? I'm gonna tell you that lies in mastering your thinking, focusing and identifying on what you wanna do, and being very clear and methodical about going after that. That's the truth. When you do that, you know what you say? You're saying in the expression of doing that, yo man, this matters to me. My life is important to me. My life matters. I have something to say, not just with my mouth, but with my thoughts and my actions. I will do things that are great because I know nothing else to do. I want to do something of value in this lifetime. I want to be an example of something that's good. And it starts with your thinking. That's the truth. Just want to think preaching. But I do believe this in every ounce and every core of my being. I really do believe that that was the message that I had to share with you today. It's about making responsible use of your power. Because when you know that your thoughts are powerful, yeah, I can think and imagine great visions of a really muscular body, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. I can also go on and become masterful with my planning of my day, the use of my time, the management of my personal resources to create the kind of quality life that I want to create for myself. If I wasn't a good father, I can be a better father. If I wasn't a great man, I could be a really much improved man. I believe the quality of the man is expressed through his thinking. So every young man out there, I encourage you to entertain the idea that is big, a dream that is huge, that is borderline absolutely impossible. I think that's the job of every young man at the sound of my voice. And I'm not going to talking about biblical stuff. I'm just going to say this. The young are called because they're strong, and the old are called because they know the way. Truth is, what my job is as a young man is to figure out what the way is. Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be in this lifetime? Because now what happens is with that, you can now start working in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Once you got that location, even if you don't know the exact steps, whether I turn right or left, because I have that location, guess what? I can ask for directions. I can take a few steps further and I can find a way. Hell, nowadays I can pull out my smartphone and use a GPS. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Everybody needs to have a dream, a vision of a larger possibility that is, when it's expressed, it represents all the larger and best things that you can do with the use of your power. This body is just a piece of it. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Through learning how to develop my body, I recognize that the masterful thing that I'm using is my mind. And now I'm able to take that and do all the other things that are of value to me in this life. The bodybuilding is just a piece of the iceberg. That's my point. My thoughts are powerful. My thoughts become things. If you're watching this program, the chances are you believe the same damn thing. So I encourage you, before I say anything else, before we bring this thing to its completion, I'm just going to tell you this. Because you thought we want to talk about shoulders and calves and biceps and triceps, but what we're really talking about is something that's a lot deeper than that. We're talking about learning how to use your mind, recognizing that that is the power. That is the thing that will either move you forward or tear your ass apart. Mastering it, using it effectively, to master it is to learn how to use your power. Use it responsibly, y'all. That's about it. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna just finish doing what I'm doing. I'm sweating, but I think we can end this whole thing right here. We can say, cut, this is done. It's a wrap. We finished. This is all we needed to get to. This is your boy, A with the AKA. K with the AKA. Listen to me, I don't even know how to spell right now. The point was so heavy. That's mind-blowing shit right here. I'm telling you, that's not just hype. Like everything else we see. Smoke and mirrors. It's important to know how you think. Anybody that can control your thoughts, man, they control you. And you recognize the ability to control your thinking. And guess what? You can control where you go, how you troubleshoot and get over problems, how you solve difficult situations in your life, how you move forward and become the success that you truly want to be. It may be too late for some people. You know, I pray that it's not too late for me. You know, I got work to do, and I'm a work in progress. And chances are, if you're watching this program, you may think the same way too. So on that note, be encouraged. Let's keep working, because it's worth it to work. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep encouraging each other. Peace.